weekly outlook before this daily candle closes, and we're done for the week. So what we had on the week was just how the weekly candle was looking. So it was just a down candle, and to be fair, I probably should have seen this coming. I was too attached to the idea of going higher, because of obviously I've been banging on about the 12-month fair value gap, but that doesn't mean we have to move away straight away from it. We can still obviously linger around in this area until we see a clear change in the state of delivery. Yeah, this should have been obvious just by the way these weekly candles were moving and the way this weekly candle closed. Obviously the next candle is down, but I was too attached to the idea, like I said. Took one loss and then a win. So a win. I'll go over the losses and the win. So we had a daily fair value gap in here. I saw this as accumulation here, manipulation, and I thought we would have ended up trading higher. I can't remember where exactly I took this trade, but I think it was more like a swing position that I went for. So it was either on a Monday or Tuesday, and ended up getting stopped out. After I got stopped out, it was kind of clear what was happening with price. Going into Thursday, we had obviously we have an inverse fair value gap, and then we also had a fair value gap in here, and we had a nice 4-hour range set up. So we had price trade into a fair value gap and then displaced lower, and then we got the same thing here. We had accumulation, manipulation into the fair value gap, and then distribution lower. We ended up taking a swing position like this on the euro. So the position looks a bit like it was higher. So entered the swing about like a 60 pips up low. Into the swing about here, and I think we got 1.5. Yeah, so we entered the swing here. Obviously we was aiming for the equal highs, but Euro GBP was going down and obviously DXY is going down, so Euro USD wasn't moving as correlated as obviously GU. Hence why we didn't manage to sweep these highs. So this could be a nice target for next week. But just going over what I'm anticipating for next week. This is pretty much a low resistance liquidity run now. We've rebalanced this range, and we've obviously this is where the original displacement is. We've displaced lower, and then another displacement candle here. We've gone past the first black sort of bit of resistance, so would have been these here, so order block, mitigation block, whatever, and this fair value gap. But obviously we got caught here, but yeah, now we're going lower, and the only really layer of resistance is these lows, but that's just liquidity now. So going into next week, this will be the first drawn liquidity will be here. After we sweep this, we will be in this order block, but I would expect us to trade past this unless obviously something changes. So if we're going lower, we might want to just look for stuff like this. Obviously enter up here or anywhere down towards this leg here. As for coming up higher here, I wouldn't really expect us to come all the way back up here. Obviously this is a point of liquidity. This is a swing point, but I sort of won't. I'm not really expecting this to get traded to. I really do think the first daily candle will already sweep this drawn liquidity, and then maybe leave a little fair value gap where we could work from, and then obviously we'll just be targeting lows here. So yeah, I think for next week, just from the way as well, we've closed on this weekly candle, we're more than likely going to trade lower than higher, you know. Obviously this is still a rejection block as well, we gotta be wary of. It is still a line of resistance, but to this drawn liquidity, there's nothing really holding us back. What we'll see once we trade into here, if we have a nice PD array left and then we get a obviously intraday displacement away, then we'll look in engaging. I don't think I'll take a swing position like I did here, just because here, where price is here, when price is over here, there's nothing holding it back from sweeping this low here. So it was almost inevitable that we'd sweep this low, and the swing position just made sense. Whereas if we swept this low, we'll now be in this order block, and obviously this is a rejection block as well on the weekly, so I wouldn't want to take a swing. I'm not attaching myself or holding on to that bullish bias, but I still want to be wary in this sense. But like I said, if we do leave a nice daily fair value gap, there's nothing really on the 4 hour, but if we leave a daily fair value gap in here and we displace away, then I'll look to engage. So yeah, DXY down. Obviously we have these equal highs. I think we'll sweep them early on in the week, and then obviously we'll have this next point, and then all the way up here as well. This is a 200 pip move, so this week we've done 200. Yeah, so if next week is like this week, this is very feasible obviously, but depends on if DXY wants to go down. As for the US10, still bullish, so US10 has played out. We've been calling price from all the way here, expecting it to go higher. Now we've broken the previous month high, but I still think there's room to go higher. There's obviously these equal highs here. The way this daily candle is closed, I would anticipate the next couple candles to go higher. Up here, and then up here, and then overall, total draw would be up here. But that's still a while, but yeah, I'm still bullish on the US10. And that's it for this week.